So, how can a portrait tell a story? Hi, I'm Melody Cook. I'm an artist working mainly in pastel, and I'm also a member of the Pastel Society UK. My main focus is on portraiture, and I've worked with many interesting people over the years, such as circus performers like Tweedy and Nancy Trotter-Landry and Bobby of Gifford Circus, and members of the LGBTQ community such as Sam and Tanya. Also other people, family or friends with looks that have simply inspired me, like Maria and Chiro with those amazing dreadlocks. These portraits all concentrate on the sitter with no background and minimum or no props. My objective was to immerse the viewer in the face of the person portrayed with no other influence. This particular portrait is called Grace Arranging, and it's part of a project that I began in late 2019 called Alexi Ellie and Grace. I've made 7 portraits in all, beginning with 3 black and white single portraits in charcoal, Alexi and the Spider, Ellie with Poppy, and Grace with Lilies, all of which were exhibited with the Pastel Society at Mal Galleries London in early 2020. A black and white drawing, Grace in the hammock with flowers, and 3 large colour pastel portraits, Grace in the garden, Metamorphosizing, and Grace Arranging. The former of these 3 has been sold, and the latter 2 will be exhibited with the Pastel Society in July 2021 at Mal Galleries. The project came about because I needed to tell more of a story with my portraiture. I felt very inspired by Holbein's portraiture, and I thought I could use that classical influence to tell a modern story. I could call it Channeling Holbein. Holbein's work often included many elements with symbolic meanings, and the sitters would look quite posed and unnatural, but somehow still very present and human. For this project I thought art students would be the perfect subjects because they very often look amazing. They are already unique works of art. I could channel Holbein, posing them in a classical way, accessorizing and styling the set with their own personal objects, jewellery and clothing. I could begin to tell a story. I've always used photography in my work, and with a long background in fashion, it was easy for me to set up fashion style shoots with my newfound subjects. Their enthusiasm was very encouraging and we got some amazing results. I had a basic plan for each day's shoot, but I also wanted to leave room for spontaneity and the unexpected, like the spider on Alexi's Poppy for example. I started them all off with no makeup and simple poses to begin the story. Then, as the day progressed, applying more makeup and trying various clothing and much more posing. I took about 300 photos in all and spent a couple of weeks sorting and selecting them. Some of those photos remain perfect just as photos, like Grace taking a selfie, or gorgeously dramatic in black and white, or Alexi fully made up painting his lips, and Alexi and Ellie together, bare-faced, simply beautiful. I generally use Photoshop to help create and compose the image I want to work from. Then I prepare and prime the surface on which to work. For larger portraits, I use a grid and draw freehand onto that. Throughout the project, I continue to hold on to an experimental feel, such as drawing with a twig dipped in ink, drawing blind with a wooden knitting needle, and the unfinished and disruption aspects seen in the 3 large colour portraits. As the works progressed, I added in symbols such as a butterfly and a caterpillar to symbolise the metamorphosis of Alexi as he's being painted in by Ellie and transformed into the creature known as Gunk Rat. The skull of a young bird, which I drew from life, albeit upsized, symbolises the fragility and brevity of youth. The flowers and insects in Grace's portraits all possess symbolic meanings such as hope, beauty, energy, rejuvenation, rebirth and joy. This project has been really exciting for me because it was a complete departure from the portraiture I used to draw. Telling a story is much more exciting, much more interesting, and I'm looking forward to telling my next story, whatever it might be. Thank you for watching.